College students are learning about ecosystem management, but here at the University of Central Florida, they have live examples of it. With me today is Elena Bernard, Associate Director of Landscape and Natural Resources. Welcome, Elena.
Good morning, and welcome to the University of Central Florida.
Tell me, this area we're surrounded in the shade, what is this area that we're at on
We're
campus?
actually standing in the Union Cypress Dome, which is the heart of the University of Central Florida. We have about a 1,500-acre campus, and this area was preserved as a part of the development of the Student Union. And it just is a very special feature for the campus as well as for the community, showing that natural systems are really an integral part of this college campus.
And why is this area important besides being the center of campus? This is a special ecosystem, isn't it?
It's a really special ecosystem. Cypress strands historically, obviously, were in Florida, and they filtered a lot of our water and served as stormwater abatement prior to the extensive urban development that's happened in these areas. They still serve those important features. So right now, as I said, we're in the heart of the campus. The water hits the building and runs into this feature before it drains into our man-made retention ponds. It serves functions of filtering nutrients, excessive nutrient runoff into those systems before it then drains into the little econ. So not only is it beautiful and provides more comfort and an experience for students and the community members to share, but it also is serving an ecosystem function as well.
So this is an interface area, really, which is important in many ways, isn't it?
It's very important. It's a unique system because not only of where it's located on campus, but also because if you look just beyond the system, or as we walk through the system, you're going to realize that we're in the heart of the urban core of campus. And so there's a lot of unique management that happens in a system like this. It's called urban interface management. And on the edges of these systems, we'll get a lot of invasive species that could eventually intrude into the system, decreasing the functionality that I was discussing earlier. But also those species can move into our landscape beds. So it provides a unique opportunity for our biologists to work with our landscapers in developing a comprehensive management tool so that we don't have these invasives spreading not only in these systems but in the landscape beds where they can be unsightly and just a nuisance. A good example is skunk vine. It smells not only very putrid, obviously by the name, but also it can be very invasive in your hedges and along these systems that are on the edges of these hydrological systems. So how we manage that is through student volunteers. We have these big work days where they come out and they help us pull the vines, and as we're walking through this, you may see some of the old residual dead vines that our students have pulled, but a little piece of that vine getting into the landscape hedges creates a management nightmare for the landscapers that manage this beautiful campus.
Well, Elena, we've learned a lot about this area of the University of Central Florida, and there are others around the campus.
Yes, there's a lot of other areas. This campus actually is comprised of about 60% natural lands. We have such a unique opportunity to learn urban ecology on this campus and how fertilizer and nutrient runoff feeds into these systems, which then can help filter it, feeding into the man-made retention ponds, so that overall we're being good stewards of not only our watershed, but our ecosystem here in the Central Florida region. So we're very fortunate. Not only do we manage it for invasive species, but in some of our other areas we do prescribed burning, and we're able to involve our landscapers in some of those activities as well, so that we can all start to learn the bigger picture of what it takes to manage a diverse landscape in Central Florida.
Elena, thank you for showing us this special area of the University of Central Florida.
Thank you for having me.
The preservation and management of the natural areas at the University of Central Florida is just one example of their sustainability.